The little Jerry girl. The little Jerry girl thing. It was looking like, it's Pinky, nigga. It's Pinky, nigga. You almost made me spill my yak. Like, I didn't like the little Jerry curl wig. I'm sorry.
Look, let's be clear, I ain't never took a loss. Every time I go shopping, I ain't gotta check the cost. Still independent, still my own boss. Still got bad bitches coming up they draws. Eat the beat up like a motherfucking Frito. Lucci flaming hot like a motherfucking Cheeto. This is not an act, I am not Don Cheeto. So the nigga out, treat him like a free code. Yeah, you heard right, I'm a whole ass gangster. Made him eat my butt, I ain't even say thank ya. Thought gon' fuck, no nigga, I'm a prankster. I can make a thug nigga feel like a wankster. Pull up down my green like Shigo.
Bitch, what's up, Lucci gang? It's your girl Lucci V, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be recapping Baddies USA episode 6. Okay, so if you would like to get into a little tea with me, stay tuned to this video right here. But first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding, 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 and let's get it. Okay, y'all, so before I start the recap, I do have 2 Christmas gifts to open from you guys. Thank you so much. Also, if you would like to give me a gift, a late Christmas gift or a gift just because, my Amazon wish list is linked down below. But let's get to the gifts, okay? Gift number 1. The note inside says, "Hi, Erica. I've been a fan of you since forever. I hope you enjoyed this gift. I only request a follow back on Instagram, Princess Bunny. And I wanted to also see if you would be open to letting me interview you from Jean, aka Bunny. Hey, Bunny girl. Thank you. I'm going to follow you. Actually, let me put this right here so I can remember to follow you back. This is the gift. Let's see what's in here. Ooh. Let me take them out the package so y'all can see, because I know what it is because it was on my wish list. But how was y'all Christmas, y'all? How was y'all holiday? Comment down below, y'all. Let me know. But y'all, these are some earrings. Look. Can y'all see? Little heart earrings. They're so cute. I love these. They remind me of, though, that, like, is it a necklace or something? I don't know. Jada Waiter little heart little thing. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of that, but whatever. Cute earrings. Okay. And I have one more gift. Oh, what is this? Okay. Keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap your present before opening this envelope. Okay. Let me. So I can't even tell y'all who it's from yet. We're going to just open the bag. Okay. Dang, y'all got this tied tight. Not sure I thought somebody was going to steal it from me. Oh, wait. I can see a note right here. Hi, lovely Erica. Thank you for the time, effort, and love you put into your channel. Exactly. Thank you. And your looks are always tea. Would love to know which travel destinations are on your dream list. From Chantal O'Silas. Thank you, Chantal. Okay. Now that I read your note, that kind of makes me feel like I know what the gift is. But yeah, what's on my travel destination this upcoming year? Oh, I knew it was gonna be this. Okay, let me let y'all see. Cause y'all don't know. I'm gonna let y'all say. Okay. If you know, you know. Y'all know I love me some Hello Kitty. Okay. And y'all know I love to travel. Look at this, y'all. A Hello Kitty. Why would I make it like a ton? A Hello Kitty passport book cover holder thingy. Okay. Where do I want to go? 2026. I don't, if you guys watch my Vlogmas content, I said that for 2026 I wanted to get more stamps on my passport, because when I first got my passport I was going crazy, like getting stamps galore. I was in and out the country. Like when I first got my passport I was so thirsty, and then I kind of like started to hate to fly on long flights. Like, I don't know, I feel like when I went to London, that kind of like really shook my soul. Like the 13-hour flight was like, I was like, this is a bit much. This is a bit much. So yeah, I really do want to go to like Tokyo. That's one of my dream places. Also Dubai is one of my dream places. Paris, even though a lot of people say like, oh, Paris is not as beautiful as they make it look like on the movies or whatever, I don't care. I still want to go. I really want to go everywhere, y'all. I want to see the world. Like, I want to see the world. But this is just so cute. I also have this passport cover on my wish list, because when I travel, even like just in the States, I have to travel with my passport because I don't have that little real ID. Um, and so, yeah, you either have to have the real ID or a passport. And so I've been just using my passport. Okay, I feel like I'm talking too much. Once again, my Amazon wish list is linked down below. Let's get into the recap. Okay, so y'all know how I was like, let me go ahead and follow Princess Bunny, who got the gift, because she put in her notes, all she requests is to follow back. Let me go ahead and follow her now so I don't forget. I went to her page. You talking about all you want is to follow back. You don't even follow me, sister. But I still followed you, girl, so it's okay. But you follow me back. Girl, sister. I'm just playing. But yeah, follow me. Girl, how you gonna say follow back and you don't follow me? But let's get into the recap. Okay. So DJ Sky versus Krishan. Okay. I don't know if maybe they cut some parts out that we didn't see or something, because I did not understand. Like, Krishan had ended up throwing like a stress ball or something and hitting DJ Sky in the face, and then when DJ Sky picked up something and threw it back, it was like Krishan like swung on her and was running up and it was going crazy, and Krishan ended up leaving off the bus for a second, I guess maybe to like try to calm down. But I was so confused because Rolly was all like, DJ Sky, you should never did that. You was provoking her and you was da 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 da. And I'm just like, did they cut some parts out or something? Because from what we saw, Krishan was the one walking up on her, getting up in her face and saying all types of like Krishan was the aggressor in that situation. And that's why I was glad that Fauna had spoke up and said something, because everybody else was kind of just like, and Fauna was like, well, no, she was low-key like, walking up on her, she has to like defend herself. Like, yeah, like I was really confused. Like, usually I'm agreeing, like, yeah, Rolly be speaking some truth and speaking some peace over the stuff, but that particular situation I was really confused about, because I'm like, Krishan was the aggressor here. Like, she was walking up in DJ Sky face, like she was getting smart. Like, DJ Sky was not on there. So when Krishan came back on the bus or whatever, she was still like getting aggressive with DJ Sky. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, yeah, DJ Sky really ain't even got that energy for me for real. Because if she did, she'll slap me right now. Yeah, so watch your mouth. And we'll like getting all close to her face or whatever. And DJ Scott was like, why would I want to slap you when you're my sister? Like, why would I want to put hands on my friend? So I was just like, are we not seeing who's the aggressor here? Like, what we looking at? What we watching? Like, what we doing? Okay. So then they finally arrive at the Baddies' house, and when Tommy got out the car, yo, first of all, you could tell Tommy was clearly fried, drunk. I don't know what substance or whatever is her choice to get her lit. She clearly was fried, okay? And she walked up to Natalie and she like, Natalie, that beat tripping. And Natalie like really concerned, like, what beat? Tommy say, the DMX beat. Like, yo, the whole DMX thing is so crazy to me, because literally on like episode 2 or something, I said on my recap that Tavi was giving DMX, and it was the week before we even knew that Tommy was going to say the DMX stuff. And it's just like, this is so crazy to me that like, you really give DMX, because how did I say that in my recap before? I'm sorry, y'all. Like, that is so hilarious to me. I cannot lie. That part is like, I could not believe that when she said you should get. I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna remember that I just said this girl give DMX my recap. Okay, so in the house, Tavi confronts Tommy. She is basically like, she don't like the whole DMX thing or whatever. And it seems like Tommy is trying to express to her that she don't mean it in that way, but she's like too out of it and not really coherent. And I understand Tommy. She don't mean it that way. She's not saying you look like DMX. Like, she's not saying you look like a man. Tommy confessional was frying me. She like, DMX was fine. You're not giving DMX. But I get what Tommy meant. Because this is the same thing I meant when I said the DMX. I'm not saying Tavi face like she looks like a man. She looks like DMX. I was saying like her, the vibe, the energy, it was giving DMX. And I understand Tavi as well. Tavi is like, okay, well, I told you I don't like you saying that, and you said I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. Now that's different. If I'm telling you I don't like it, and you like, okay, well, I'm still gonna say it. Okay, now it's the issue, But I don't think it was as big of an issue as Tavi is making it. Like, I feel like she may feel triggered though, because she also, like, later on in the episode brought up, like, I don't look like Trick Daddy, and I don't look, you know what I mean? I think she be seeing the stuff that y'all be saying about her online, about her looking like a man and about her looking like Trick Daddy and this man and that man. And I think, like, that's what made her, like, really triggered or whatever. Um, and her and Tommy, they were getting really close to each other's faces, and Tommy had kind of like touched her chest, like, and Tommy like touched her chest gently. I think it was more so like, boo, like, relax, I'm not coming for you. But Tavi was already heated and on 10, so it was just like, don't touch me. You know what I mean? And it got a little heated, and boom, Tavi muffed my girl Tommy. She muffed Tommy so hard, I thought she was about to muff her out of them Balenciaga boots, baby. Okay, them Balenciaga boots are so tea. First of all, did y'all peep when she first walked out in the boots? Natalie was like, "Ooh, those boots are cute. I like those." And now I saw that when Natalie just did her recent interview with Cam Newton, she got the boots on. I know that's right, real boss. I see it. I want it. I go get it. Okay, thank you. Um, so Tavi and Tommy, they doing their back and forth. They doing their back and forth. Krishan is just start blowing bubbles, like, just out of nowhere. I'm like, not the bubbles, like, what's happening here? Like, this whole scene is so chaotic. But Tavi kept socking Tommy. Like, we know Tommy is not a heavy hitter though, like, let's be for real here. I know she had us fooled on Love and Hip Hop. A lot of us thought she was a real heavy hitter on Love and Hip Hop, and then she got on this Baddies show and got humbled, and we was all like, ooh, wait, so Tommy really not a heavy hitter? But we know Tommy not a heavy hitter. She's just funny and she fly and all of that. But Tavi kept socking her. Tavi kept socking her. Like, it was, I don't even feel like they had an official full round of them just like squabbling. It was like Tavi would just boom sock her, and and come back up and boom sock her again. Like, I'm like, damn, she is socking my girl down. Okay. And then we see Cold Killer, Fauna, and Nunu having a conversation in the kitchen. Now, Nunu and K Rican have issues because on the last season, a lot of people were saying that that K Rican reminded them of Nunu, and them two ended up exchanging words on the internet, whatever the case may be. Now, I guess, like, Cold Killer is supposed to be riding for K Rican since she is not here this season, or at least not on this beginning part. I don't know if she's gonna come later. But yeah, so I guess Fauna had already talked to Nunu, and Nunu was like, she's not gonna be on that. But Cold Killer, I don't know if she got the memo that we not gonna be on that. I don't know what it was, but Cold Killer was basically saying, keep my homegirl name out your mouth. Don't say nothing about her. And Nunu was getting it. Well, I already did say something about her, and what? And Cold Killer just swung, and they wobbling. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like Nunu got that. I do feel like Nunu got that round, but shout out to Cold Killer for riding for her friend. But I do feel like K Ricky not even here. Like, why are we discussing somebody who not even here? Like, for real. Like, girl, I'm not gonna be fighting you. So then we see Summer and DJ Sky, like, off to the side somewhere, like, away from the drama. And Anna walks up like, oh, here go Tweedledee and Tweedledum hiding from the drama. Now, hold up now. Because any other time, Anna be like, Summer, shut up, mind your business. Da, da, da. Now that Summer is shutting up and minding her business, you coming over there messing with her. Not you miss her, not shutting up and not minding her business, sister. Not you miss it. Not you low-key miss it, because Summer and DJ Scott was minding their business, and they was not bothering nobody, and Anna walked right up, starting with them on that, okay? Now, I guess Anna has an issue with DJ Sky because I guess there was like a fake page that, y'all know how they be making them pages. Like, they will make a name that look just like Lucci V, but instead of the I, they might put a number 1 or whatever, so it looked just like my name at a quick glance. You know what I'm saying? It was something like that. Someone had Anna Mac as their username. I don't know what the little slight difference was, but she thought it was really Anna. And the person with the Anna Mac name or something said something like, oh, you in here with only 60 viewers. And she was like, okay, and just you in here too, Anna, you da da da. She didn't even really like pop it and say nothing bad, like be you, it wasn't giving that. You know what I mean? But I guess DJ Sky was like, Anna, this has been discussed before, and I let it be known like it was a mistake because it was a fake page. And Anna was like, well, you didn't talk about it directly to me. You discussed it with other people. But it's like, so that she already admitted that it was a mistake and it was a fake page. So she wasn't even really talking to you. She was talking to a fake page. So it's like, why are you still mad about that? Like, I don't know, like, and even like when I be talking about stuff like this, like, oh, it's already stuff that's been handled off camera because DJ Sky was like, I already discussed it. The stuff with DJ Sky, even with Krishan, I'm like, okay, they said they discussed this already off camera, and people were coming to their defense in my comments, like, even though it was discussed off camera, clearly people need a storyline, so they have to discuss it on camera. Look, I know how TV works, trust me, okay, but it's just like if you don't already have a storyline that's just playing out naturally, maybe you shouldn't be on the cast then. No shade. Like if you gotta bring up something that has already been solved and talked about and bring it to this just for you to have a storyline, maybe y'all they should just cast people who naturally have a storyline. Like I don't know, that's just me, but I think that's crazy. I don't feel like Anna should be that mad at DJ Sky over this. Okay. Now, should DJ Sky directly apologize to Anna? Absolutely. I don't know if she has or hasn't, but I do feel like, if it was a legit mistake, it was a fake page, I would be like, you know what, Anna, my bad. It was a, what? I don't even think an apology, I don't really think Anna would even care. I think she still would want to slap DJ Sky. Okay. So, then we see Fauna still trying to be a mediator. Okay. She talking to Nunu, trying to get an understanding of the whole K-Rican Cold Killer situation. And as she talking, Cold Killer like, all right, I ain't really with the mediating. Let's go. And they run another round. And I had to keep like rewinding it back to see who was really landing something and who wasn't. When I first watched it, I was like, okay, Nunu tour. And then when I watched it in slow mo, I'm like, oh, well, they both kind of swinging and missing. And then, like, I don't know. I feel like that gave Ty that round, that second round. The first round, I feel like Nunu won. The second round, I feel like gave Ty. If anything, if you felt like either one won, I wouldn't debate you on that. You know what I mean? Because I just honestly feel like it gave Ty. I don't feel like either one of them tore the other one up on that second round. So then Natalie says it's time for a discussion. Okay. She calls DJ Sky over. And Natalie kind of said it with an attitude a little bit too. She was like, she was just like, I guess DJ Sky was about to go smoke or whatever. And she was like, you might as well put that out, DJ Sky. Yeah, because it's time to have a discussion. Like the way she said it, I'm like, I don't know. This episode was a little uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. I don't like episodes where it seemed like one person getting picked on. Like, it made me a little uncomfortable. No shade. But she came over, she was talking about like how she didn't like how DJ Sky walked off the stage after she was giving out the baddie chains, when DJ Sky thought she wasn't getting the chain, she was like, you're a DJ and da 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 da. But it's like, yes, she is the DJ, but she is a cast member on Baddies. Like, whether she's just a DJ or not, she still is a cast member on Baddies. So I feel like she does deserve a chain. Yes, they did eventually give her the chain, but the way they set it up, it was like they set it up for her to tweak. Like, this is the last and final chain I'm giving out. You would assume that there's no more chains left to give out too if somebody say this is the last and final chain I'm giving out. So I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It's given they trying to make the girl DJ Sky look crazy this season. I don't know. Because it's like, what? So then Anna is like, yeah, you so desperate to be on Baddies, Sky, and and she just, I don't know if she slapped or punched Sky. I've been seeing some people say slap. I've been seeing some people say punch. I don't know. She bopped Sky right in the face though, and I felt so bad. Sky did not even swing back, defend herself or nothing. She looked really sad, and DJ Sky was basically saying like, I'm the DJ. I have to be control of the show on every date of the tour. I don't want to have to be worried about having to be on point for the show to do my DJing job and be fighting people and all that, which I understand. And it's like, I do understand what the other girls are saying too. If you're going to just be the DJ, don't be online popping it. Don't be online liking stuff. Don't be online saying stuff. Da da da. It's like, we need some balance here. Now, we do know that eventually DJ Sky is going to get replaced with another DJ on this season. And they said that the other DJ that came was a stud. And they said she had started. So we gonna have to see the tape when they get to that part, okay? So then in the room, we see Tavi, Cold Killer, and Tommy. Now I don't really know what started this because the cameras didn't catch the beginning. Cold Killer said Tommy came and asked her name, and I guess Cold Killer like felt offended by that because Cold Killer was saying like Tommy was just talking to her the day before and knew her name or something like that. But I think Tommy was just drunk and really didn't know her name at that moment, like for real. But it turned into like a little what? Tommy like, yeah, they walking up on me like they was trying to jump me or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Like, Like, what? Like, Tommy, girl. And then Tommy has switched boots too. She switched to some Dior boots. Look, one thing Tommy gonna do is serve a look. Did y'all peep that she had switched boots when she went upstairs? See, Tavi thought she was crazy because when they was downstairs and they was arguing, Tommy was like, I'm trying to get my boots. And Tavi was like, you got your boots on. No, baby, she meant them Dior boots that was upstairs. Yeah, quick change, okay? So, then we see DJ Sky and Krishan talk it out. They end up hugging and just wanted to move forward, I guess. DJ Sky apologized to Krishan for the fake liking the picture. You know, she was like, I didn't do that. But if you want an apology to make you feel better, I can apologize. Like, if I was DJ Sky, I wouldn't trust it. I would not be her friend anymore because Krishan was living with you. You know, I saw DJ Sky having Krishan baby a lot of times. Like, so I don't know. To say that that's not a real friend and that's an industry friend is kind of weird because it's like, I don't know. The girls that I'm cool with through the industry, I don't ask to go live at their house. I don't ask them to watch my bed. You know what I mean? I would never trust them for personal stuff like that if it was just my industry friend. But that's just me. So then they head to the club. Oh my gosh. I swear it be like it gotta be one time per season. Cause like Dolly be eating her hair. Like I think Dolly is a hairdresser, right? So she be eating her hairstyles up all season. And then it's always just one little look that I don't really care for. And this night, the little Jerry girl, thing, it was looking like it's Pinky nigga. It's Pinky nigga. You almost made me spill my yak. Like I didn't like the little Jerry curl wig. I'm sorry. I did not like that. It gave Chia Pet. It gave Ice Spice as a newborn. I did not like it, baby. Okay? I'm sorry. And Dolly, are you like it's like she be chewing her hair and makeup and everything all season, and then it's always just one little look. It's always one little look that I be like, now Dolly. Now Dolly sister, okay? So then on one of the sprinters, Tavi and Fauna end up getting into it with each other, okay? And there's been a lot of stuff that's been on the T pages as of recent with Tavi and Fauna. They clearly had a big falling out, so maybe this is like the beginning of that. So they were discussing on the sprinter, like the whole thing that had happened in the kitchen, and you know the big fallout with the Nunu and K Rican situation and all of that, and you know, Gretchen, she's cool with Nunu because they came on whatever was that the Caribbean season that they came together, like they were the new replacement people or whatever. So you know she cool with Nunu. And I guess she was kind of trying to defend Nunu, and Fauna was like, you know, telling her to mind her business, and you know Tavi had jumped in and was like, you know, well it's two of y'all, you know, Cold Killer and Fauna, it's two of y'all basically saying stuff about Nunu, and you know she just trying to chime in for her friend. And Fauna did not feel like Tavi should have said nothing, and they was going back and forth about that, and they screaming in each other's face or whatever. And you know Tavi, I don't know, it seemed like Tavi, she didn't really want it to be going there with Fauna. I don't know. It's like Fauna was seeming to be the aggressor a little more in the situations with her and Tavi, because you know they had that other situation with the stuff with on. I don't know if it was like the last episode or the episode before last when Fauna was saying she felt sorry for Summer, and her and Tavi kind of exchanged words. In this episode when they kind of exchanged, I don't know. Fauna kind of seems to be the aggressor each time, but I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see how that plays out. But I did agree with Tavi on this scene. Like Gretchen ain't wrong. She wasn't wrong right there. No, when Gretchen be saying the N word, she wrong as hell. On this particular scene, I don't think Gretchen or Tavi was wrong. Okay, so the next day they get to rehearsals. Okay, and when they get there, we see like Krishan asking Biggie like, "What's up with Tasiki?" Because I remember it was like they went to the club, and then the next day all the blogs were posting like, oh, Krishan and Tasiki, they walked in the club next to each other, so they must be cool. So I guess Tasiki had put up something like, oh, just because we next to each other walking to, you know, that don't mean we cool. And Krishan was confused because she like, I thought we was cool. And Tasiki was, when Tasiki arrived, she basically let it be known, it's no beef, but I just don't rock with you. You know what I mean? And Krishan was like, I don't F with you either. And so Marsh was there, but Marsh kept kind of like getting in between and da da da. Tasiki was like, so what we come to do? We came to fight or what? Like talking to Krishan. And Krishan, It ain't seem like she wanted that from her sister or needed that from her sister. You know what I mean? And Marsh was sitting down and sitting like on the stage, and Tasiki walked up close to her face, and they was face to face, and Marsh like, back up, like, back up, and pushed, and boom, Tasiki threw that jacket, and boom, it was, let's get ready to rumble. Now let's go ahead and get right into this Tasiki versus Marsh, because y'all have been acting very much delusional. Okay, I've been seeing the post y'all talking about Marsh beat up Tasiki, Marsh won against Tasiki, Marsh did I blink and miss that? Because it's like when Tasiki slipped on her sock as she was slinging Marsh and slipped on her sock, y'all talking about she got dropped. When did Marsh land the head? Because I watched it in slow-mo 47 times. And I did not like where. Can y'all somebody slow it down and DM it to me and circle where Marsh socked Tasiki? Please. I'm begging y'all. Because I don't know what y'all talking about. I really honestly do not. I do know that first hit that Tasiki gave Marsh, boom, stunned her. Now, what I will say is Tasiki did not just tear Marsh up like she did that first time that we saw on the other season. No, Marsh was really like, she had some defense. Like she was getting up out the jam, okay? Now, I really was confused, okay? Because after they ran that first round, you could see that Tasiki had her chain on. And then we see a confessional from Biggie. And then when it flips back to the scene, her chain is no longer on. And she's saying, get my chain, get my chain. So I was like, did they cut out a round between them or something? Because how her chain was on and then it was off. Okay. I don't understand. Okay. So then when they start doing that next round, Tasiki just boom stole off her because I don't know if Marsh was trying to touch her chain or whatever. Tasiki slung her. When she was slinging her, Tasiki slipped as well, and Marsh, I don't. It don't. On the preview for next week, it looked like Marsh trying to kick Tasiki while security holding her down. I don't know, but what I do know is that Marsh did not beat up Tasiki. Okay, and it's not even. I know some of y'all be like, "Oh, you D riding?" To people that be saying Tasiki win. I'm not one of the Tasiki D riders. Tasiki don't even like me. Okay, so I don't have a dog in this fight. We've seen Tasiki get on video and say she don't like me. I look dirty and all types of stuff. So, I don't have no like, oh, I love Tasiki, so she won. Like she don't like me, so I really. You would think I get on here and say she got toe up, but I'm just gonna be on here and tell the truth. Like Marsh did not do nothing to Siki. Like maybe next week she is, but on this episode she ain't do nothing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if somebody saw something I didn't, y'all could zoom in, slow it down, run it back, and show me. But it wasn't there. Okay, so next week there are people that are gonna be there. It looks like to jump. Okay, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, who the people that's showing up to jump them? Is it Summers people?" No, that's not till Detroit. I think these are some people that Tommy may be having come for Biggie or something. I don't know. Next week we are gonna see, like, it looked like when security's trying to break up the fight with Marsh and Tasiki, maybe Marsh kicks Tasiki. I don't really know. I do feel like when I sling somebody and they get on the ground, I'm rushing on top of them so I can mink mink mink, and Marsh ain't do that. I don't know. But I'm not doubting Marsh, you know what I'm saying? She clearly not a punk. She's not scared to get out there with Tasiki like a lot of people are. And like I said, she did not get tore this time. She definitely did not get tore. But yeah, y'all, that's it for this recap. I am enjoying this season so far. I know last week I saw some people like, oh, it was kind of dry. I enjoy when it just be like some chill stuff going on. Like, you feel me? But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as usual, thank you for watching.